It's Monday, December 27th, and we're a week into Iowa's late muzzleloader season. And this is sit number 4 for Bella. This is the 4th evening in a row. On Christmas, we had a decent buck come out, has a broken G3, and he looks like he's at least a 4-year-old, but he didn't really give us an opportunity. And Bella's got her heart set on patient X, so she's putting in the time. She wanted to pass that deer and try to get a chance at patient X. And then we're also kind of looking for Big Mac. I think if Big Mac comes out, yeah, he'd be a pretty tough one for Bella to pass, but she does have her heart set on patient X.
Not really.
We're sitting over standing beans, and we're hoping that patient X for Big Mac shows up tonight. She's been really patient. Yeah, I know you do.
Patient X has got to come out tonight, or else I'm going to flip.
It's Wednesday, December 29th, and Belle and I are back out on the home farm. We're in the same blind. We've made 3 sits in so far. Same spot that she killed last year. We had a snowstorm come through yesterday. Temps are in the teens, and it finally feels like late season. So it's about 3:45 now. We've got an hour and a half or so, and we got patient X's picture this morning back in the turnips at about 5 a.m. So I'm hoping that he's bedded not too far, and he'll get up on his feet and move into the beans here before it gets dark on us. There's a deer underneath that oak tree right there, coming out. He's on high alert. Man, he's at 60 right there. You could shoot him right there, Bill. Do you think you want to try right there? Don't be nervous. Keep taking deep breaths. He's walking this way. That's a good time. You see in the scope, like if you just look through it right now, get your eye up there where there's no blood. Do you want to shoot him right there?
Oh, I'm supposed to. Oh, man. How far is that?
60.
Okay.
You see the 60?
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, okay. Do you think that you can do that?
Yeah, but no. No, he's not ready yet.
What's he blowing at? Absolutely no idea. Well, we almost pulled it off in our haphazard way. I think the wind was swirling a little bit on us. All the deer that have been coming out right here have been on high alert. And he was at 62 yards, which is just a little bit far for Bella with this crossbow, and she was having buck fever, as she said. And I was hoping he would just relax and work his way a little closer. That doe got to 40, but it just didn't work out. I think the wind swirled on us, and he actually blew and ran back into the timber. So we're not going to have the right wind for this blind for a couple more days, so we'll give it a rest and we'll hunt somewhere else. But we'll stay after him, and hopefully we can catch up with him before the season ends.
I believe he's not carrying.
Well, it's Sunday, January 2nd, and we are back at the home farm after patient X. Got Bella in the blind, and we have little sister Anna Catherine with us too. And we're hoping that patient X will make an appearance tonight. Conditions cannot be more perfect. We have below 0 temperatures, clear bluebird skies, super high pressure. There were turkeys out in the field when we got here. just a daydream of for late season hunting. So we'll see. Other deer that we might lay eyes on tonight could be Big Mac, Anna's buck, or that new buck that Bella named Rookie. We may try to get Anna on one of those deer if they come out, if she decides she wants to try to pull the trigger. Got a couple hours left to go. Fingers are crossed. That's him coming out. Same place he was the first time we saw him. See how cautious he is. Well, another close call. The deer started really pouring out with about, I think it was 45 or 50 minutes to go. And both patient X and Anna's buck both walked out. We were hoping, and in the past what the deer do, they normally filter down this way and then feed out into the cut beans. But for whatever reason, they haven't been doing that this year. I keep thinking if we encounter him enough times, he's gonna, come closer to the blind, but instead he walked farther away. And he sat at 80, 90 yards for 30 minutes. And then he gave us a little glimmer of hope. I thought he picked up his head and kind of started walking this direction, but then he ended up turning and going back in some of the turnips back there. We were saying that this was going to be Bella's last sit of the year, but we'll see. We might be able to get out one more time during the week this week. Well, it's Thursday, January 6th, and Bella had school canceled today due to the wind chill advisory, and I managed to get out of work, and we are set up back on patient X on the home farm in the same blind that we've been seeing him out of. We have an actual temperature of -1 and a wind chill of -22. Brisk northwest wind, it's like 18 miles per hour. Super high pressure, so the conditions are really prime to push deer out and feed early. So we have a young buck and a fawn right here, and then we've got a couple does that just worked out, and we've got about 2 hours left to go. So with any luck, patient X shows up and Bella can finish the story on that deer.
It's his due date.
smoked him.
Yes!
Bella.
Yes! Oh my god!
Oh my god.
I got it. My penny rocket, look, and so did tonight. I knew it. I found a penny in the pocket and then it was heads up. Oh my goodness! You
Bella.
Are there any deer out?
Are there any deer out? Any deer? Are there other deer leaving? Okay, all the deer cleared, it looked like. All right.
Oh my god!
My goodness. You settled so well. You settled so well, baby. I'm so proud of you.
Oh my goodness.
The quest is over.
Would you look at that?
There he is, baby. Well, as you can see, Bella made a great shot, and it was a nice short track job for us. It was minus 22 degrees when we got in the blind that night, and it was probably 10 degrees colder when we were tracking this deer up, so we made quick work of getting him loaded up and out of there. Bella named this deer Patient X a couple years ago. I was getting pictures of him, and he had this sinus tumor bulging under the skin on both sides of his face when he was a 3.5-year-old. And then last year, that tumor kind of took off. It eroded into his right eye. And in November, one of his antlers fell off. And so he was looking like he was in pretty rough shape. And we actually had him on the hit list for the girls late season last year. And we saw him a couple times, but never got him within bow range. And we were pretty worried that with the condition he was in and how harsh last winter was, he probably wasn't going to make it. And then lo and behold, he was the very first deer last spring that we got pictures of growing antlers. Obviously easy to tell which deer it was with the big tumor on his face. And then this year he grew his best rack. All summer he ran with Big Mac down along this creek. He's really been a homebody on the farm, just like Big Mac, since we've bought it 3 years ago. And so Bella started her quest at the beginning of late Muzzy, and she made 9 total sits, 7 of which were out of that blind. And as you can see in the video, lots of close calls that didn't quite work out. And then on the 4th encounter, she was able to make a great shot on him and get him down. I find it pretty remarkable that at age 10, she was able to be so patient and persistent and decide that she was going to target this one buck. And it was really cool to watch. And I'm certainly proud of the hunter she's becoming. It's a pretty awesome job, honey. The other thing that's really awesome to see is Bella has been such a great cheerleader for her 2 little sisters to get into hunting. She's always very encouraging and supportive of them practicing and coming out with Dad. And the night after she got Patient X, Ryan and I actually took little sister Bryn out. Bryn is 6 this year, and she was able to get her first deer. She got a big doe. We had 40 deer in the field, and it was pretty chaotic in the blind, and she really did an awesome job, and we were able to get her first deer down. Mom still has a tag, and little sister Anna. Anna has a lot going on. I'm not sure we'll get her out here with the last 3 days of season, but I'm hoping to get my wife Kat out and see if she can't get a buck. And then on next week's episode, we're really excited to bring you guys the story of Marino. That's been a long and pretty cool story for Jared and I down at the River Bottom Farm, and lots of encounters and 5 years of pursuing that deer. We're excited to build that hunt and take you guys along on that story.